Hello, Dull Bedsit Blogger here, and welcome to QADFF 12. And I've recently been described as a fat emo. What do you think? So, I'm answering a question from Dibber today, and he asked me if I could be in any band, past or present, what would it be? And I've had a bit of fun with this. I cracked open Photoshop and I've had a bit of a fiddle around with stuff which has been good fun. And I haven't just done one band, I've done a sort of a selection of bands that have influenced me, and it would have been interesting to be with them in their musical process. So I guess I should do them in order. So first of all, I thought it'd be quite interesting to hang out with Eric Satie, who made this piece of music, Jeopardy. He is kind of a forefather of kind of ambient music and using the space within sound where there's no music playing as part of the music. And he was living in Paris in quite an interesting time he was one of the characters in the Moulin Rouge, and so he would have been hanging out with Diaghilev, he would have been hanging out with teapot bloke, what's his name, that short painter that the prostitutes used to call the teapot, because he was so well endowed but short, so when he was naked he looked like a teapot. What is his name? It's gone now, but he was another one in the Moulin Rouge. So it'd be quite interesting to sort of like hang out with him and see how things were going, and the general artistic movement at that time in Paris looked quite interesting. It was kind of an early birth of, there were little seeds of surrealism and seeds of Dadaism sort of like just bubbling away. I don't know my art history very well, but I can see little seeds of those bits of those art movements there, so that would be quite interesting. A band that were a big influence on me, probably the first band to influence me, was Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. They were the funny, witty, surreal band. They were unlike. They were ridiculous, but they were also really good at writing some songs. There's a couple of their songs which have real pathos in them, but there are other songs which are just absolutely ridiculously stupid. And the first band, I don't think I've spoken about Red Hat No Pants, which is the first band I was ever involved with, and there was a lot of influence from Bonzo Dog, and also the Las Vegas Mermaids, huge influence from the Bonzo Dog band. So it'd be quite interesting to hang out with them, and again they were doing stuff around in the 60s in London, and that'd be an interesting time to hang out and tune in and drop out and do what they were doing. Then the next band is Kraftwerk. I wouldn't say I'm a huge Kraftwerk fan, but I like what I've heard, and again it'd be just really interesting to see the process of making electronic music in a time when electronic music wasn't, they were inventing electronic music, they were inventing electronic instruments. Kraftwerk have kind of, in a way, laid down a lot of the groundwork for modern electronic dance music. So, that would be quite interesting to just sort of like hang out with them for a little bit. And now here's for a band that really kind of influenced me in a big way, in a similar way to the Bonzo Dog Band. And this is Doctor and the Crippins, and they were a great band. I did an interview with them for my fanzine, Misspelt Youth. They had costume changes, they used to blow up cabbages on stage. They were really good, and they really influenced me for my band, the Las Vegas Mermaids. In this picture you can see I've photoshopped myself, and this is one of the costumes that I used to wear. Probably can't see it very well because I've tried to match it with the overexposure of the photo that I found, but that's for my song Train Spotter Crossdresser. And finally, I think, yes, finally, another sort of electronic music person. It would be quite interesting to do some bits with Aphex Twin. He's put out lots of stuff. He just keeps on churning out stuff. I don't think he's doing so much stuff now. I've seen him live a couple of times. When I went to America, probably getting on for 10 years ago now, over 10 years ago, he was doing a gig at UCLA, and I went to that, and I was very excited. It was on a sort of like a whole noise kind of day, and I was like, oh, this is going to be great, it's going to be really painful. Yeah, because it's going to be great. And he basically did an old school drum and bass set, just him sitting there, which is it was cool because some of the records he was playing were records I've got, and that when I used to do a little bit of DJing, I'd play, and they were in a similar order, so I was kind of like, yeah, I've got that. And then the Glastonbury after that, he did a secret gig, and I was thinking, oh, it's probably going to be another drum and bass thing. He did a full-on drill and bass noise set, which was just like, so that'd be quite interesting, and pick up a few tricks and ideas and stuff like that with him, to do a bit with him. So there you have it. That is all of my bands. There's loads more. I kept thinking of other ones that would be great, but I've run out of time to Photoshop, so I thought, right, get this done now. And please ask me some more questions, and you could win a t-shirt. Yes, you could win a t-shirt and a copy of Godspunk 12. Lovely. Bye bye.